You are watching your award-winning cable access station, Channel 13 and 19, Athol Orange Community Television.
Hi, I'm Hattie Nestel, and I'm at Athol Orange Community Television, October 7th, 2016. And this is an airing of Save the Planet updates that we will be running for the week here in Athol. And it also goes to Greenfield and Montague. We're going to first start with a success. We have had a success. These bags, I'll show you both sides, were sold at Hannaford's, whoops, and we ended up selling 143 bags, which was really fabulous. And AOTV got $143 for selling 143 bags. And the question is, how do you make sure that those bags end up in your shopping cart in Hannaford or Walmart or anywhere that you might go? Job lot, market basket, it doesn't matter, the farmer's market, the co-op, wherever you go, that bag is with you and you use that bag instead of using single-use plastic bags that end up in the landfills, in the ocean, in the animals' guts, and killing wildlife and suffocating them and whatever. So we have turned 143 people into buyers of this bag, and remember to take them out of your car and use them wherever you are. And I want to give special thanks to Hannaford for allowing us to do that. What comes up from doing that is, why bother? You know, why bother? Some people would come in and say, well, I'm all set. And then I'd see them walk out with all single-use plastic bags. And then they go home, they unwrap them, 3 things in a bag. This bag holds as much as at least 3 or 4 of those plastic bags. So we're going to just fill in, why do we have to bother to remember that bag and take it into wherever we're going? The U.S. uses over 100 billion plastic shopping bags annually, 100 billion. An average American family, and I'm sure this is true, uses over 1,000 plastic bags per year. Where do these plastic bags come from? They come from fossil fuels that we must stop in order not to have a complete collapse of our climate. 12 million barrels of oil per year are used to manufacture the polyethylene bags we use in the U.S. Catch this, only 1 to 3% of plastic bags are recycled. 100% of household waste is plastic. Plastic bags can take more than 1,000 years to decompose in landfills. Even when incinerated, they contribute toxins to our atmosphere. Plastic bags and other floating plastic trash kills marine life and when mistakenly eaten. So please shop with renewable plastic bags. And I'm going to just hold this up because it has a hard time holding itself up. And this is about the newest town in Massachusetts to ban, as a town, the use of these plastic bags. So this will show you that it is the city of Somerville. Says Somerville businesses will not provide single-use plastic bags. You will have to bring your own bag or basket or box, whatever. Cambridge has adopted this. 36 or more towns have adopted this ban. And Boston, I think, is about to adopt it. So you may as well get into the habit of bringing your own bag. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the fact of what is going on with fracking and pipeline and climate change. So we have very, very good news on that. 180 organizations have called for congressional review of FERC, Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. When we were fighting this no-NED pipeline here in Massachusetts, we were up against one of the largest, hardest regulatory agencies to be opposed to, and that was Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. And they were giving permission for all of these pipelines to come through our state, our towns, our forests, our waterways, our rivers, our lakes, our vernal pools, our cow pastures, our woodlots, whatever. So these organizations now have called on leaders in the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee and House Energy and Commerce Committee. The Senate Energy Committee, our Senator Elizabeth Warren, serves on that committee. And she has become proactive in calling for an investigation of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. And then we had an editorial come in the paper yesterday, the Greenfield Recorder, talking about this very same thing, a huge, long editorial, talking about the FERC process was unfair and unresponsive to the community and regional concerns related to environmental impacts and public health and safety. The letter makes a dozen suggestions to the federal lawmakers for changes in the FERC process. We could be faced with another pipeline that wanted to come through. Unless this policy of how they review an application regarding us, not disregarding us in communities, we could have another pipeline. We're fighting one in Sandusfield right now where they want to take down 14,000 trees in the Otis State Forest, and we're fighting one in West Roxbury going into Boston. So if you want to check this out, it was an editorial in the Greenfield Recorder yesterday. And you can thank Senator Elizabeth Warren for participating in this oversight. It's very important. The other thing that's going on here is, and some of you may have read about it, it's been in the New York Times, it's been in over the news, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe in Dakota has opposed a huge pipeline going through 4 states and going through their native burial grounds, sacred grounds, the Missouri River, going through North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, and Illinois. And there are now about 8,000 people out there, and we called for donations to send a truck out there, and that truck is on the road. The truck left 2 days ago. And we have pictures of the truck, if you happen to be on television and not radio, where you can see that we have a truck going where it talks about no pipelines and the mission to support the Native people. And I want to make special note to thank St. John's Episcopal Church, who gave us winter coats, hats, gloves, mittens, scarves, whatever, helping us to fill out that truck. And we had, I don't know, 30 or 40 people give monetary donations or object donations. We had Hannaford give us a gift card where we could buy rice and beans to send out, which we did. We had St. John Episcopal Church, as I said, with the clothing. We had people bringing sleeping bags, blankets, towels, bandages, and money. We raised over $1,000 to send that truck out. And there's a picture coming up now of Celeste, who's driving the truck. It's a 27-hour ride. And she's driving it to North Dakota. And there are over 200 Native American tribes who have come together to stop this pipeline. And there are over 8,000 people is what we've heard. And we're going to be getting updates from her. So I just want to talk a little bit about why we would oppose this pipeline. It's oil coming from the Bakken oil fields in North Dakota to oil refineries in Illinois. It talks about the historic support of the tribal governments to have the high moral ground to protect their water, ancestral territory, and sacred sites. Each fracking well, for example, uses 9 million gallons of water, and we can't allow that. So it's very important to understand that all of these things are combined. When you buy this bag, you are saving the need for fossil fuels to make single-use plastic bags. When you donate money to stop this pipeline coming through those 4 states, you are helping to stop degradation of the planet through climate change. And it's very compelling to understand that we really need to stop what the damage we're doing to the environment. And there's not a week that goes by that we can't connect something to climate change, whether it was the forest fires, whether it was torrential downpours flooding out towns, or this newest thing, the hurricane coming through. It's all connected to climate change. This is the first step, and I encourage everybody to stay with us and keep protesting everything that you can and stop using everything that you can that is from fossil fuels, and work on stopping the degradation of our climate. Thank you very much.